And I hate to even bring this up because everybody's gonna be, oh my God, but because people have asked, and I've seen it out there. So the former sign, the golf ball at the club, can you tell us, was that, because I've heard people say that people should be arrested because it's city property. Is it not city property? I know it's not on the list of assets through the exhibits. Could you possibly maybe clear that up as to?
Yeah, when we met after the closing back on February 2nd, we had a discussion on several things. That golf ball sign came up. I voiced my ambivalence toward it. It was basically an illegal sign that was put up, never had a permit, and probably said I didn't really care about it. Now, I don't recall exactly what was decided on it or not. Mr. Weller was also there. His recollection is that it was going to stay. Is it part of the property? Yes. Did it need to be separately listed? No. So yes, it should have come with the property.
But so basically, though, you're saying the city wouldn't use it if it was still there?
Well, that was my personal opinion. Actually, Mr. Weller said his recollection was going to stay, and they were getting ready to paint over it. So, but it is not. It was not a legal sign because it was a second freestanding sign, and they never got a permit for it.
So the city would have to follow what everybody else has to follow in terms of the rules?
Yes.
Could we have used it somewhere else? We could have used it somewhere else on the property and it wouldn't be considered a sign, right?
Possibly.
Like in front of the,
Yeah.
you know, in front of the clubhouse or?
At the end of the day, though, it was a structure. The city purchased it, and it's the city's property. We should get it back. Just like you said, I mean, it wasn't listed in the asset like, you know, a coffee maker or a stove or a refrigerator. Well, neither were the number of shingles on the roof or the water fountain at the old 10 or the toilets at the old 10. Those weren't listed. They're structures. This was a structure on the property and should have gone with the property. We should get it back.
Mr. Bullard would like to.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, the issue about the sign and access to the property, it's something we should probably.
Could you put them, hold on a second. We can't hear you. Hold on one second. We're just gonna, I don't know if you can put the mic there too, Mr. Mix.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, definitely hear you better. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Mr. Mayor and Council, the issue about the sign, I was made aware of it. It's something we probably should talk in executive session as opposed to an open meeting to discuss the, you know, the relevant issues, okay?
Well, I mean, I guess I'm just wondering, I understand, but isn't it, we did a purchase. I don't want to necessarily hide it from the public. The fact is that somebody went and cut it down.
We have the asset purchase agreement, we have the language, we have the negotiations, but it's something you normally, with proper decorum, wouldn't discuss in an open meeting, because there's things that, you know, the council has to consider with respect to this. That's my advice.
Excuse me, I object to that as a member of the press. It's not executive session material, not at all.
Just so you know that a member of the press objected to that as not being executive session material, and that we should have it in open session.
What's the determination?
So this relates to the acquisition of property. You're
Yes.
still trying to staff it. There's an issue about with respect to the property, how it was removed. And I just found out about this issue today. So my advice is at this juncture, we should discuss this in executive session.
Does that mean we should report out too, after discussing it?
That'd be something that would be the council's discretion. But right now, you know, there's issues about the sign, where's the sign, how it was removed. And to me, those are legal issues. Those are clear legal issues.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I was told that it was in a sleeve that you could just pull out, it wasn't part of the concrete. And is it a determination that it was part of the asset purchase agreement? I didn't see it on the list, all right, myself, and I don't like this thing anyway.
It doesn't matter if you like it, the city
Well, that's
paid
beside
for
the
it.
point, but I'm just telling you.
The fact that you're discussing what's in the asset purchase agreement, what's not in the asset purchase agreement, how it was removed, that is inherently a legal question, right?
Right.
Which is something we should discuss in an executive session.
Okay.
Okay, well, let's go on from there. We can talk about that at the end here, whether we go.
Sorry I brought that
No,
up,
no,
but,
no.
but
If
I
you
just
didn't, I was
thought,
going to.
I think, well, and I thought that if anything, maybe we should have, as council, I guess I would just wish that we were all notified that there was a discussion about it, because there was a big to-do about what happened to it, where did it go, and where did it end up, and where is it now? So, I think that's, I know that there was a story about it in the paper, and it made it sound like it was okay for him to take it. So that's why to me, I feel like there's some confusion, so I guess we can discuss that further later. I think that's all I have. Thank you.